We have Richard from South Shields on next. Hiya, Richard.
Hello.
Hello there.
I'm glad to see you back, like.
Good, thank you.
Because the other guy, Stewie, he was on there, like, in the... Well, he told us about your kidney stones and that. You alright, like?
I'm alright, yeah, I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah? Oh, well, I've got a few things for you.
Go on, then.
Do you know blind people?
Uh-huh.
Right? Well, I was going to sell them some stuff, like, as in, like, the general population on the web.
Uh-huh.
Of, like, things like DVD players and stuff.
Right.
But they can't see now, right? So I was thinking, do you know anything that would be good for a blind person to buy? Do you know what I mean, Alan?
Well, blind people, even though they can't see televisions, they still have them. Because they can listen to them, and they can get the news, and they can follow programme storylines, like Coronation Street or EastEnders and that. I mean, the vast majority of people are as bright, if not brighter, than most of us. So you can buy a blind person pretty much anything that you can buy a sighted person. If you can buy a book, provided obviously it's a braille book or a talking book. So there's plenty of adaptions that are being made.
All the ones I've been speaking of, like the Love the Night Owls and that, and
good,
like like the Flash and Blade and that, because it used to be all of that, you know. But like all of the blind people that I've been talking to, they're upset because of like the way in which this DAB digital radios come out.
Why? What's the problem with that?
Well, they can't actually. Well, they can hear what's going on, but they think that there's something on the screen that's skidding about, like the digital thing, like the writing, and they can't get it, so they're just on radio, like, and they paid all that money for the radio, but they can't get it because it's like where it's got the writing and that on, like a teletext machine, because they're blind, like, so I was upset, like, but
yeah, but your digital radios, a lot of them are programmable, so they don't need to be able... If you're saying that they just can't tune the set to where they want it tuned in, they can get a sighted friend, a member of their family, to program it in for them, and then they'll not have a problem.
Yeah, well, some are like... Do you know how you get a radio and it's just like a dial? But these ones are all... these ones are all, like, new, and it's, like, digital, and they don't know where to stop it at. Do you know what I mean?
Right. But do they not stop it when they hear night owls? You know, if they do it at 10 o'clock and then they hear night owls, they go, oh, stop there then. Isn't that what people do, even sighted people who can see?
Yeah.
You don't say, oh, it's exactly on the number I was given, so I can't hear anything, but I'm definitely in the right place. You twiddle about till you get the station you want, don't you?
Well, what I've been talking about, like, recently to them, like... Well, I've been speaking to friends like that are blind, and they've lost a lot of stuff, like, do you know, off the analog radios, where they could pick things up, like they could hear into a subject, do you know, like off the bass and stuff, and they can't actually get it on these digital radios, where it's like, do you know, like how it's like a bit of a mind-reading technique, like if you say think of a number between 1 and 10 and you'll say a 7. Oh, that's what... Do you know what I mean? If you learn that, and then now they've got these digital radios and Dolby Pro Logic tellies, where it used to be just through the aerial. Now it's digital. They seem to have lost a lot through binary code and stuff, because it's like instead of coming through their antenna, because a blind person hasn't got no sight, so the retina and that, it's all hearing and like sounds on the body, like tapping or, you know, like clicking of the hands and or things like instruments and stuff, and it's upsetting for them, like, because they can't get it with these radios. They can get it on CD players because, like, CDs are still old-fashioned, aren't they, sort of thing, or record players with the needle making the hissing noise and stuff, where you don't get any hissing and stuff on the radio if you're talking. It's like they can't get it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, frankly, not since you started, really, Richard, but the fact of the matter is digital radios are designed to be clearer. And I know a lot of people. I'm president of the Guide Dogs for the Blind, so I know a lot of blind people, and a lot of them have told me that they're thrilled with the new digital radio. So I don't know which ones you've been talking to, but radio is the medium for people who are blind, and it is as important to them, obviously, as the television would be to sighted people, although they all have TVs too. I just don't understand your argument, truthfully.
It was basically like when this come out, all of this digital stuff, like televisions and DVDs and stuff like that. When they were because obviously they listen to the soundtracks on DVDs, and on the radio they listen to the radio, or cassettes and whatever, or CDs. But it's like like that Spock theory, where they've got like this mind reading technique a blind person has. They can oversee certain things. With this digital stuff, it's all like mumbo jumbo, where it's not like connected, and they feel left out.
What you mean? You mean like your average conversation?
Well, they feel left out, Alan. Do you know what I mean? Like a blind person with having this equipment, because it's like, do you know, like say if you've got all of these aerials up, like Pontock Pike and stuff to do Tyne-Tees television, they can't receive this information like normal.
Yeah, but hang on, let's just go back to what you said before, the Spock theory. Are you talking about Mr. Spock from Star Trek?
Well, the theory that I was trying to say was...
Because you do know that's fiction, don't you?
Yeah, but a mind-reading technique is like... do you know how you can sense a ghost in the room, like the presence, even though that...
Well, some can, some can't.
Yeah, well, like a clairvoyant can read the future sort of thing. Or... Like, do you know what I mean? Or like a Nostradamus type character, like say, well, he wrote books about the future and stuff. Well, they reckon that the blind people I've been speaking to, they could perceive all of these things that were happening. But with this digital stuff, it's like something's blocked it off. So it's like they can hear everything, like normal conversations in the house and stuff. But now, since the year 2000, they can't hear all of these abnormalities in stuff like analog stuff. Do you know, like...
right, well, truth, again, in my experience, people who do have issues with their sight, for one reason or another, have amazing hearing, and they can hear about 15 to 20% more than sighted folk. And for you to talk authoritatively about what a blind person can and can't do is as ridiculous as, well, frankly, your average conversation. Richard, thanks for calling.